Hello, you're watching InstaForex News with me, Derika Isakova. The investors taking on the US dollar should not be afraid. The euro is traded against the dollar in the middle of the diapason where it was fixed for the most time last month. Nevertheless, it does not mean that the single currency is going to break through the range upwards. To the contrary, it is most likely to break it through downwards amid the American currency rally. Recently, the euro stability can hardly come as a surprise, taking into account the market estimate of the US economy slowdown and possible reaction of the FRS and also the investors' estimate of that how strong the divergence in the Eurozone countries' economies would influence on the European Central Bank policy. Nevertheless, there are two moments pointing to that the recent euro's break has just temporary character and soon the single currency will renew its falling versus the dollar. Recently, the dollar has been falling amid the disappointing economic reports testifying about the US recovery lowering and maintenance of the second downturn threat. It was recognized not only by the US FRS chairman Ben Bernanke, but also in the last meeting minutes of the Open Market Committee published on Tuesday. The central bank directors indicated that they are ready to extend the quantitative easing. Nevertheless, the US economic slowdown is most likely to be a warning of the American economy retarding. In other words, the USA will have to break relations with the rest world, and the risks for its revival will pose a threat for the world economic upturn. Nevertheless, it is not likely to take place. The upsweep in the key regions can remain strong, and the growth in the peripheral countries of the Eurozone will probably be slower than forecasted, as the consequences of the sovereign debt crisis come as a threat for their banking sector. It creates a serious dilemma for the ECB, as any reaction of the monetary policy to the improvement in the key regions will only sharpen the other regions' problems. Such situation comes unfavorable for a strong euro. One more reason for that the buck must renew its uptrend against the European currency is a risk. Now there are all signs that the currency market dynamics is still determined by the investors' inclination to more profitable and risky assets. On Wednesday, the euro jumped due to that favorable economic findings from China and Australia helped to weaken the fears concerning the global restoration. That is why, with the new data arrival demonstrating the risk increasing for the world recovery, the support for euro must weaken, as the investors will prefer such currencies as the US dollar at the cost of high-yield currencies as euro. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team. Goodbye.